10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap.
Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? How is everybody doing today? Are y'all doing well? I hope you are. Oh, it's another wonderful day. I'm on my third day of a 4-day weekend, so I'm in a pretty fucking good mood. Just so you guys know, I'm enjoying it. I think that's good, and I've got the next 4 weekends off in a row, which is pretty fucking sweet. So tonight I thought we'd talk a little bit, just a hint, about the left versus right. And this actually came from the chat last night. I don't know how many people here tonight were on last night's chat, but last night's chat was fun and interesting. Apparently, I don't know what the fuck happened, but a bunch of people showed up, randos that are not subscribers to my channel, showed up and actually stuck around. I mean, most of them, I would say, were some leftards. There was some right-wingers in there too, but bunch of new people, and started some interesting conversations, I think, for the chat. And it really got us on a roll last night of talking about the left versus right when it comes to a lot of the main issues that are like up for debate in today's day and age. And it just made me think, who is in fact more retarded, the right or the left? Now, I know the easy answer for most of the people watching this, all right, let's be honest, for all the people watching this, the easy answer is the left. It is. And I'm not going to say I disagree, because I think the left is more retarded. We just stop it there. The left is more retarded. We don't need to discuss this any further. The left is more retarded. That's what it feels like. We can just stop there. Retards on the left. Hola. Why is it doing that?
Speaking of retards on the left.
What's up, bitch?
What's up, you fucking gas?
What? Huh?
I almost told you the word. I don't know if that's okay on your channel anymore. Can I say faggot on your channel?
Yeah, you can.
All right,
I don't think YouTube
faggot
gives a shit anymore. I think I don't know. I say retard and shit all the fucking time, but
I don't say retard anymore. I say waltz.
A waltz? Well, that's good. I still like retard, though. I've always liked retard. Retards, I mean, I grew up on retard.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
The thing where you simulcast live, so you're like live, so people watching live streams right now are watching us, but also people watching YouTube Shorts
can also see
through.
Yes,
find this. That's where you got your people for your chat last night. That
came
probably.
I don't know, because it in StreamYard.
How do you do this? I want to know.
It's in StreamYard. When you set up the chat, it asks you how you want to set it up. Huh?
Do you have to pay for that extra? You have to be paying for
I have
StreamYard?
no idea. It's just part of
stop paying for StreamYard.
Oh, I don't know if it's offered on the non-paid version. I have no idea. I've always had the paid version, so I don't know. It's just in there. It says, do you want to only stream in portrait, or do you only want, you can either only stream in portrait, landscape, or both. And since that's been a thing, I've been streaming in both.
Hell yeah. Well, I'll fucking I'll pay for it if that's the way that it's gonna be. If that's the way it's gotta be, then we'll fucking pay the money. I don't fucking care.
Yeah. So that's yeah. I think I started streaming that way a few weeks ago. Like I think it was a thing before then. Like I think I want to say they started doing it right after Thanksgiving. But I didn't fucking realize that was a thing until like after Christmas. So that's around the time I started doing it.
Well, Daryl Dixon. Speaking of Daryl Dixon, everybody okay up there?
Everything's fine. We're good. How are you?
People want to know. Okay, then I won't elaborate anymore.
I'm digging the Evel Knievel helmet behind you.
Oh yeah, you like that?
I like that.
Yeah, this is my moto vlogging setup.
Nice.
It's got my Insta360 camera. I've got a big ass battery on the side of it that hooks into everything, so I can fucking record for like 8 hours straight without even looking at it. It's got microphones, and this is a fucking expensive setup. The camera was like $400. The fucking microphones and everything to go into it, with the helmet, you're looking like $1,000 setup right there. I can
do a poor man's version of that right now because I've got the Bluetooth set up where my microphone that I've got installed in the helmet. I've got microphone and speakers in my helmet with that Bluetooth setup on it that attaches to my phone. So technically I could record from my phone because I do have a mount on my motorcycle. I could record from my phone and you would hear it because I'd be talking. It's a poor man's setup. Granted, it's nothing like what you have.
Look up Insta360 makes GoPro style cameras that are like way better than GoPro. Like GoPro is a pain in the ass. They have quirks, they have bugs, they have problems. The Insta360 cameras, it's plug and play. You set it up, you make sure it's working, you hit the button, you're done. You don't have to do anything else.
Oh, that's cool.
They fucking, I don't know, they're a couple $100. There's a couple different versions. Maybe there's a cheaper one or whatever. I've got the Ace Pro 2 is the one that I have, which is like it was the new, but I think it's the second new. They have a newer one now. But yeah, dude, it's the way to go. And then you just hook up, I've got the communicator device, like what you have, but I've also got a second microphone and second fucking everything for that. So I don't have any speakers that are hooked up to the camera. So like if I want to listen to something, I've got the communicator on the side. Yeah. The camera's its own fucking thing. It's got its own. Yeah, it's got its own stuff. And
because that's what I've got. I've got the whatever Bluetooth. It's that Bluetooth setup, and it basically attaches to your phone. Although it does have like a built-in fucking FM radio in it. If I've never used it, but
so supposedly with that setup that I've got on the camera, right there, I could Bluetooth connect to my phone and then live stream while moto vlogging with perfect audio and perfect video. I haven't tried it before.
Oh, cool.
There's no real point because you can't really. It's not like you can read the chat.
Yeah, I know, dude. I can't even do it. I've tried doing that before, driving a car, and you can't read the chat, much less on a fucking motorcycle. So.
Yeah. But dude, it's the way to, if you want to do any kind of moto vlogging or talk about shit while you're fucking riding or have some kind of recording of what you're doing with your voice, especially because that's what sets it apart, right? If there's lots of people who record stuff while they're riding or whatever, but if it's just the ambient sounds of the motorcycle and what's going on around you with the video, people don't watch it. But if you're like, oh, let me tell you about what I think about this or that, or you're talking about subjects or whatever. Yeah. Cool. You get more views. You get the views, man.
So, who do you think's more retarded, the right or the left?
Well, I mean, certainly there are some elements on the right that are retarded. And may I point you all, if I may, to the Jews people. Everyone who's like, oh, the Jews, it's the Jews, it's Israel's the Jews.
Yeah.
The Jews people with that. Okay, if there's a specific Jew, you're like, ooh, George Soros, or ooh, Netanyahu, or ooh, fucking, I don't know, name one, right? That actually fucking broke the law or did a crime or did something wrong.
Yeah.
I am all for holding them accountable individually as a individual, right? This collective guilt bullshit that's been infecting the right is the most retarded shit that we could possibly embrace. And all of those advocating for it are either bought and paid for, like fucking undermining our side, like probably what I think that one dude is that everyone loves, or they're just fucking retarded. Who'd you say?
Nick Fuentes?
Yeah, Fuentes. That's the fucking retard.
I've tried watching him a couple of times, but I've never been able to get through it. Even and well, to be honest, I've never tried watching his like actual show. I've tried watching like him in interviews because he's been getting more popular, so people are like interviewing him and shit. And I can't get through it. I've tried.
Yeah, dude. Like, and that's something that's been infecting our side of the argument. That's making us look retarded. Everybody out there. Right? Like when you're like, oh, let me have like an actual rational discussion with you about something that's going on. They're like, well, what about blah, blah, blah? And they have like all of these arguments that are like, oh, well, you actually have a point there. And I'm tired of them having a point. So let's not give them a point. Let's excise this fucking bullshit from our side. Let's cut them out and fucking let them. Because like this is something that the left does, right? That collective guilt that like groups of people are guilty for things that like individuals or So I'm tired of that. Let's not embrace that. That all being said, the left is more retarded than the right.
Oh yeah, I know. It's kind of a It was not so much a serious question. However, I do think, and because I was talking a little bit about this last night. I know you were on your way home and shit, so I don't know how much of the show you caught, but there are some things as of late that I would say reasonably concerned about on the right.
Go on.
So
hold on, I need to turn off my camera for a moment so that I need to turn off my camera for just a second because I got to do something that the internet can't see.
Oh, he's got a fap. That's cool.
Yeah, I gotta masturbate real quick.
You got a goon real quick.
I'll be done in 1 second.
That's pretty quick, man.
All right, I'm done.
Take your time, bro.
I feel better.
So the two main things that I've seen, and I'll go into the quick and easy one first, and then get into the more longer, drawn out one. The first one is this new push from the Department of Justice, and Trump has said some shit, and I'm seeing far too many people online, right-wingers online, echo this same sentiment, which is usually something along the lines of, well, you can't just bring a gun to a protest. You can't just take a gun anywhere you want. Bad stuff might happen. To which I think, the guy that everybody collectively on the right championed and loved, Kyle Rittenhouse, would severely fucking disagree with that ideology.
I think here's what should be being discussed, right? It's not bringing a gun somewhere you shouldn't have a gun, because there's nowhere that you shouldn't have a gun. If you're there legally and you're there doing what you're supposed to be doing, there's not a goddamn place in this fucking country that you shouldn't be able to go holding and having a fucking loaded weapon. Period.
Absolutely.
That being said, you can't be going and like pushing cops and fucking getting rowdy,
right,
getting in people's faces and yelling and fucking calling people names.
Right.
Like,
and that is the argument that should be getting put out there by the
right,
Department of Justice and Trump and all these people, not the argument they're throwing out there. Because that is an actual, legitimate, valid fucking thing to say. That is accurate and true. And that was the issue with this Alex Pretty shit. Is he was clearly being aggressive and outwardly, because there's video of him kicking cop cars. He broke the taillight off of a cop car. He was getting in cops' faces and yelling and pushing and doing all this shit. Right? Like, that's the issue, not the fact that he had a fucking gun. Now,
if you're gonna do that, okay, let me expand on that real quick. if you're going to have a gun on you and get in arguments with cops and push people and do stuff where you're going to get arrested, I'm not saying that it would be correct for the police to shoot you in that case, but you're kind of playing Russian roulette, right? Because like, how many times do they make a mistake? How many times does you get like the female cop with the itchy trigger finger who thinks that she's got a fucking taser in her hand, right? Like, don't give them that excuse. And that was my point when I was talking. I don't know if you saw, good sir. I went on Yankees chat the other day and fucking gave him a what for, and he actually let me finish sentences, and I think I owned him. I think I fucking wiped the floor with him when we were talking about stuff. But there were some things that we also agreed on, so that was nice. It was a nice conversation. It was unexpectedly nice.
Practical Bacon's right. Basically, just don't be a retard while armed. Yeah, I mean, that's words to live by right there. What's up, Jollifer?
Gentlemen, it's been so long.
I honestly didn't think you were going to show up.
Yeah, sorry about your balls, bro. I was watching that video that you made the other day. It was funny.
Walking down memory lane.
I've got that saved in my favorites. I watch that every so often just because it's fucking hilarious.
Thanks for that, Jolly, by the way.
That was the video we put up when we thought that Inauguration Day was going to be the day you died. Because you decided to go to that instead of go on January 6th.
Bro, like, can you imagine if I had gone on January 6th? How
that may, yeah, I mean, that video may be much more poignant today.
It really might have. Oh boy.
Well, because like there's people who got arrested for January 6th things, right? Okay, I'm specifically thinking in Colorado, right? There was a guy who got arrested for January 6th things. When they came to arrest him because of that, they also looked through his house. And what did he have? But magazines that in the state of Colorado are beyond the limit of what you're supposed to have. Now they have a grandfather clause, but really they don't really look into that unless there's a reason to, like an extenuating circumstance or a secondary crime that you're being charged with, like January 6th. And so the guy in Colorado he had like 20 or 30 magazines or something like that, which each one of those is a separate charge, right? When everyone got pardoned by Trump federally for the federal charges that were federally brought against them, it did absolutely nothing for the state charges. So that dude is still in prison and will be for probably another decade.
Yeah. Oh, got a super chat here. JD says, I like your views because you call BS on both sides. I'm far more left than you, but I catch hate from both sides because I call things down the middle. And see, this is something that we were discussing last night because I was basically saying things that were pissing off both sides last night. I know, shocker, right? And so I was getting shit from people on the right and people on the left last night in that chat. But yeah, I mean, to me, a lot of this stuff is common sense, and I think far too many people. What's up, Vulcan Rumble? Far too many people get caught up in their side versus the other side mentality, and that causes people to stop thinking. Now, that doesn't mean that a person who may have different beliefs, I would sit there and say, oh, you don't have any common sense. There are certainly, I've known a lot of smart people that I disagree with, that I think are very rational and level-headed, that I disagree with on things, right? And I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people who are irrationally on one side or the other without actually thinking. And that actually goes into what I was saying about all these people echoing this idea that, yeah, it was pretty stupid to bring a fucking gun to a fucking protest. No, that's you being retarded, because it's not stupid to bring a gun to a protest. It's not stupid to bring a gun anywhere. What Alex Pretty did, trying to intimidate and getting in the face of cops and all this other shit, while also being armed, was stupid. But it's not because he brought a gun to a protest. As Honda was saying, you should have the right to bring a gun anywhere you fucking want in public, right? Now, private property is different because somebody can say, hey, I don't want people carrying guns in here. respect private property. I may disagree with it. I would never tell somebody they can't carry a gun in my home if I invited them over. But, you know, you have the right to do that. It's private property. But in public, on the street, going to public places, things like that, protests, whatever the fuck it is, you should have the right to carry a gun. And that goes into the same thing. And it's just like we were talking about last night. Same thing about the the immigration stuff. This idea that there's this lack of, in my opinion, common sense on the left of not understanding just the very simple aspects of why illegal immigration is bad and how it hurts everybody in this country. It hurts the economy. It hurts the job market. It hurts the housing market and mortgage prices and rent prices. It affects crime rates in areas that see higher concentrations of illegal immigrants. Like, if you can't, just as a rational human being, and I'm not talking about from a hateful perspective or a racist perspective or any of that other shit that the left tries to throw on people who say something about illegal immigration, right? But just from a common sense perspective, you can't see that and go, yeah, you know, when illegal immigration just goes off unfettered and it, you know, you see what's going on in these pockets of society and you see what happens when you import, you know, especially illegally, a bunch of people from another country that don't have the same values. They don't care about the same things as you. And it's not their fault. They were raised in a completely different society, right? And you just let them come here without working for it and understanding what they're coming here for. You know what I mean?
Dude,
like it's one thing to have, like, people that have come here, our country is built on people that came here that wanted to be a part of this society. And that's fucking great. Most of us wouldn't be here had somebody, however far back, not fucking made that decision to come here and say, hey, America is a better society than wherever the fuck I came from. I want to be an actual United States citizen, right? When you just let people come here because they think they're going to come here and get free shit, and they don't have to work for it, and they don't have to go through the immigration process, and they don't have to go through basic civics classes to understand what this country is. When you look at what it's doing to housing, when you look at what it does to the economy, when you look, and people say, oh, most of these they have a lower rate of fucking, they have a smaller percentage of committing a crime than an American does. Well, first of all, that's bullshit, because coming here illegally is a fucking crime. So they're all criminals to an extent. And you can sit there and say, oh, well, that's a, you know, that's I've heard some people make the argument, well, that's a civil violation. Well, no, it's not a civil violation. It is a legal violation, but whatever. But it's not a violent crime to come here illegally. But there is no doubt, when you look at the communities and pockets of this country where there is the highest concentration of people who are here illegally, the crime rate is astronomically higher than in other parts of the country. So when you can't look at that shit, when you gather a bunch of people who have no reason, we've given them no reason to care about the values of being a United States citizen. We haven't tried to say, hey, if you want to be here, cool, but you have to actually want to be an American. And then you look at all these other things, like, that's common sense, dude. That's common fucking sense. And the left does not see it. They refuse to see it. They put on their fucking blinders and just say, if you say anything about it, you must be racist. Must be fucking racist.
So I thought the Mexicans were bad, speaking of racist. You know, like, and like the South Americans, and, you know, they'd come up here, but, you know, you look at, like, who they came from. The Aztecs, the Mayans, they built pyramids, man. Those guys were fucking builders, and they come here and they build and they work, and it's like, you know, like, maybe there's some bad apples in there and we should go after them, but the vast majority of these people who come from South America are hardworking, fucking goddamn good fucking people, and we should be lucky to have some of them, right? That's how I feel. I might be wrong. There's a lot of people who feel differently. That being said, the Somalian pirates that come over here descend from like Black Hawk Down fucking goddamn piracy and larceny and everything else that they've been. And so they come over here and like, what do? Do they build things? No. It's like 90% of people from Somalia who are here in this country are on food stamps and, you know, getting government stuff. And what do they do for business? Oh, they actually defraud the federal government and the local state government for all kinds of stuff. And as soon as the fraud stops, all of the legitimate businesses start going out of business too, because they were being fed by the fraud secondarily. So yeah, get them all fucking out. That's my racist comment for the day.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, my thing is, I think we've hit a point to where, because, and you know, we've talked about this. I mean, you know, we've known each other for 8 fucking years, and we've talked about this before, like DACA kids and things like that. I used to be very much of the mindset of like, I want to help the children. Like I had a hard time saying everybody should be kicked the fuck out, right? I got a soft spot for kids who are in bad situations and stuff like that, right? And I always have. But it has gotten so bad, I've gotten to the point where I'm like, you know what? If you're here illegally, they just need to get the fuck out. We need a reset. And it's not to be cruel, and it's not to be heartless or insensitive. It's to say, hey, we don't care who comes here as long as you do it the right way. Because the right way is a process that helps ensure that people who are coming here are going to actually want to be a part of this society and not do the things that you just fucking explained are a problem. Most of the people that came here, the people like the Somali people you're talking about, they came here as under refugee status, and they did not have to go through the same process. That
refugee from what? What happened in Somalia that they're refugees from? Was there a war that I'm not? Was there?
Yeah, there's always a war. Somalia is just on fire constantly.
Yes, it's just
Well, I mean, that seems like a Somalian problem, because if they just can't fucking figure their shit out, then I guess you just got to live where you can't figure shit out.
And here's the thing, I'm a sympathetic person. I'm an empathetic person. Like, I understand bad shit happens to people who don't deserve it, and that's awful. And if there are things we can do to help that, I don't have a problem with it. But we cannot do that at our own detriment, right? At our own expense. Okay, it's one of those things. It's a very simple concept. It's the whole, you know, put the put the oxygen mask on yourself before you put it on your kid. You know why they say that? They say that because if something happens to you, your kid's gonna fucking die anyway. You need to be able to take care of yourself first so that you can take care of the things that only you can take care of. Your kid can't take care of himself. Your kid needs you to take care of them. Put your oxygen mask on first real quick. Take care of yourself first so you can be in the right state of mind to be alive to help your fucking kid. And it is very similar for the United States of America. We need to be in a position where we actually can help people in the right way, in ways that do not harm us, that are not a detriment to us, so that we can be the most generous country on the face of this earth, which we have been throughout our existence. We've been the most charitable and generous fucking nation that has ever existed on this fucking planet. And we cannot continue to do that if we cannot take care of our fucking selves. We have to take care of ourselves first. Look at this. Do you know that private charities give more money per year? Private charities in the United States give more money per year to help people across the world than every government charity in the world combined, including our own government. That is how generous and caring the people in the United States actually are. People give a shit all the time for fucking whatever the fuck. Oh, we don't care about the rest of the world. It's not America. Fuck you, blah, 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 all this shit. Fuck you, no, because private charities give more money to help people across the world than every fucking government combined on the face of this fucking planet. But here's the thing. Do you know how we got to the point to where we did that? We did that because we had the resources on an individual level as human beings, as people that went to work and were able to pay our fucking bills and buy houses and buy cars and do all those things, to where we felt like as a society, most people felt like, hey, I've got a little surplus in my life that I'd like to help somebody else out with. But when we get to the point where people are running around here thinking, I don't know that I've got the ability to take care of myself and my family anymore like I'd like to, that shit dries up. And when you lose the American people's will to fucking help other people, it all goes away. Again, we have to be in a position ourselves where we're good so that we can help other people. Because we've historically done that more than anybody else has.
Then we need to goddamn do something right now, because it's like put your fucking mask on time.
No shit. I know it is.
Things are going the way the gold prices and the silver prices, that's scary by itself. And I mean, there's a million things. And I've always said this, like, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, because mathematically the economy will crash because of the way that Federal Reserve fractional reserve banking works, right? It's just mathematically there's always going to be more debt than there is money in the system. And the further that goes along, the more debt there is. So they have to issue more and more currency at a lower and lower rate in order to keep up with that debt. And that's what happens, right? And eventually it's going to get to a point of hyperinflation, and like everything's going to be really, really, really bad. And I've always said that, like, it's not a matter of if and when, right? But also that they will choose when. And who are they? They are the people who are in charge of this, the deep states, the Rothschilds, like the people who own the banks, the world banks, the Federal Reserve Bank, the fucking Bank of England. They're all connected, right? And they're going to choose when that time is. And the thing that I've always feared with Trump's second term is that they will let him have enough power and control for long enough to be the blame of it when it happens.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's heading that way right now.
I agree. Let me get this super chat here. JD says, nothing wrong with immigration enforcement as long as it's done properly / legally and within the confines of the Constitution. And I agree with that 100%. And this goes into what pissed off a lot of people on the right last night when I was talking about things. And I'm just like I was last night. I'm gonna try and be real clear. As I've already explained, I think we have gotten to a point to where anybody that is here illegally needs to go. We need a fresh start. We need to hit the reset button on immigration. Okay? For our own good, for ourselves, and so that we can get to a point to where we actually then can start helping other people. Okay? So I've just gotten to that point where you need to fucking go. And if that means we gotta fucking send ICE in to get you out, fine. I support the end result of getting people out of this country who are here illegally.
Dude, we should be going after their employers, dude. If that's
absolutely. And dude, we've been talking about this. We've been talking about this for years, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, you go after the people that are supporting this. You go after the people that are incentivizing them to come here illegally in the first place, which of course half that's our own fucking government, and they're never going to go after themselves. But anyway, the point is, I'm all for getting people the fuck out. And I know it sounds harsh to a lot of people, but tough shit. We've hit that point. We need to fucking do it. And I am not saying that it is the majority. Living for 23 years down in Brownsville, Texas, right there on the fucking border. I had my wife's got family who are a part of Border Patrol and ICE. I had friends that were a part of Border Patrol and ICE. I know a lot of these people. I had a friend who worked at the child center down there. Talked about that last night. And I'm not saying it is all or even most or the majority, but there have certainly been things that I have seen and things that have come out since this ICE enforcement stuff has really kicked up, that it starts to push some of those buttons in my head, those libertarian, hey, fuck you buttons. And there's been this consensus going around on the right that, hey, ICE agents, they can pull anybody they want out of a car at any time they want. They can ID people. They can do this. They can go do that anytime they fucking want. And there are examples of them doing that to American citizens. And that concerns me. as the fucking.
Is there though? Is that really okay? Can I ask though, real quick? Can I stop? Yeah. I have heard that too, but I haven't seen. Okay, like there's been reports of like, oh, ICE is just showing up to like Home Depot and going around and checking everybody. ICE is showing up to this neighborhood and going door to door asking about people, right?
Oh,
but outside of like, hey, there's a specific report about these people here, or we're going after this specific person there. I don't think that they're doing that, but I could be wrong. I haven't seen it.
Well, so and as I said, the examples I've seen of it happening are few and far between.
And usually when they're pulling someone out of a car, it's because they're arresting them because they were interfering or doing, you know what I mean? It's like something like that. And like, and the misinformation out there is that you could have interfered with them because they're not actually officers. It's like,
well, that's
no.
Hard, and anybody who thinks it's a fucking retard.
Well, everyone on the left thinks that right now. So, because that's what media has been implying. They don't say it directly, but they imply it.
Oh yeah, they do. And they're fucking retarded. But no, there have been instances where somebody's been pulled over and ID'd. There's been several instances, and again, in the grand scheme of like how many customs and border patrol enforcement actions have happened in the last year, it's a teeny tiny amount. But there have been instances where they busted into people's houses and turns out there was nobody there illegally. They didn't have a warrant. They thought that they were coming in. Turns out the people were American citizens, shit like that. Again, I want to be very clear. I'm not saying this is some sort of systemic problem with ICE. But I think everybody who watches this channel knows this. Even one instance of that is going to trigger me, as it were. Because I am very much a fuck the police type of person. Not in a left-wing way. All cops are racist. No. But just in that libertarian, hey, I don't trust the people that the government says can tell you what to do way.
Well, yeah, the more power we give them, the more they'll use it against us eventually when someone gets power who doesn't like us.
Yeah. So it concerns me. I'm not saying it is a widespread systemic problem. I am not saying that I should stop doing what they're doing. I'm nothing like that. What I'm saying is what I'm encouraging, what I'm asking of people is, if you are on the right, I would just ask that you do the same thing you would want, even though they'll never fucking do it, but that you would want people on the left to do, which is hold your side fucking accountable. Don't overlook shit. When Trump and the DOJ and everybody else comes out and starts saying stupid shit about carrying a gun, call them out on it. If you see an instance or hear about an instance of fucking ICE doing something they shouldn't do, even if it's just one time, fucking hold your side accountable for it. We should all be holding our side accountable for the things, because every instant is going to be used as an example. And I agree with the end result of what ICE is doing. It needs to fucking happen. Right? But I want to make sure that it is done right. And I'm not talking about this from the left-wing perspective of, oh, they deserve due process. Motherfucker, that's their due process. I had a whole conversation about this last fucking night. People on the left are fucking retarded and don't understand what the term due process means. Due process is not one singular process or one singular thing that every human being has the right to. Okay? Due process is based on
jury.
You and your status within a particular legal or governmental system. I, as a citizen, you as a citizen, have a different right to a different level of due process than an illegal immigrant does. Okay? They're two different things. Due process is just a general term that just simply means the process that you are due. And the process an illegal immigrant is due is different than a process a legal immigrant or a citizen is due. And the people on the left are too fucking retarded to figure that fucking thing out. So I'm not talking about due process. I just want to make sure that we hold our side accountable so that things do not get out of hand. That's my only concern. And I think it's a valid concern. And I'm not saying it's systemic. I'm not saying there is a culture in ICE of going out and violating people's rights or anything like that. Okay? I'm just saying we need to fucking be careful. And there are far too many people I've seen on the right that are just all out cheering for everything, no matter what, because they view it as, right now, my side's winning. Cool. And by the way, I think when it comes to illegal immigration, I think the right is right. I think the left is wrong. I think they're incorrect on their assessment of whether or not illegal immigration is okay and what we should do about it.
Dude, can I real quick?
Of course, always interrupt. You know how this goes. Just start yelling over me.
I don't think that people on the right being happy about things is what you think it is, or is what you're saying it is. And like, I'm not saying that they're like they're not right for doing it. You are correct ultimately, but I think the motivation behind it is that our rights have been trampled over so thoroughly so many times, and our voices have been silenced, and our side has been fucking fucked over in certain ways, that like by the media, by like framing us as like white supremacist, nationalist, Nazi, blah blah blah. If you just like care about your country, right? Like I'm not any of those things, but because I have views that are X, Y, and Z, you put me in A, B, and C category, right? So when a Don Lemon gets arrested for going into a church with a fucking protest, and they charge him with some act that I'm like, oh, that's weird. I don't even know about that. Okay, cool. Get him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck that guy. And if there's a way that they can legally go after people that are doing this shit, especially the fucking gaslighting, liar, fucking, like the people who were behind all this stuff, the people who were framing things in ways, and they're so good at fucking framing their like controlling their language and not stepping over the line, so they're never actually breaking any law, while they're saying, oh, would someone please rid me of this priest who's giving me such troubles. Like, they know what they're saying, they know what the people are going to do, right? But it's not illegal because we have this First Amendment in this country. So when one of them steps over the line just a little bit, like fucking Don Lemon, dude, fucking snap the trap on him. I'm sorry.
I agree 100%, and I think you're absolutely right. I think justifiably, people on the right for a while now, and we've talked about it plenty of times, have been consistently denigrated and called racist and sexist and homophobe for everything, even if the point of view they're putting out there is completely rational. And I think that has made a lot of people, and again, justifiably so, get to that point mentally where they're just willing to just cheer for their side no matter what. And I get it. It's a completely normal human reaction. You know what I mean?
But ultimately, dude, you're correct, though. Like, we need to hold our side accountable. We need to say, like, there needs to be an investigation, and the results of the investigation, and like, if there's a trial, we will stick by it. We will hold that guy accountable. But that doesn't mean that I have to be upset about it. It doesn't mean that I have to stand there and cry with you if you're crying about fucking, like, some chick who got shot or some dude who got shot. I mean, like, I'm more upset about the 100,000 people a year who die of fentanyl overdose in this country. I'm more upset about the 5,000 children that died crossing the desert in the Rio Grande to get to this country that no one even talks about. I'm more upset about the people who get raped and murdered and, like, drug DUI fucking killed by fucking illegal immigrants who are in this country. Every single day this happens, dude. Every single day there's another story about someone who died, some family who never gets to see their father again because some illegal immigrant decided that he gets to have a CDL, you know, or whatever the case is, bro. And I'm so fucking sick of this shit. And I'm like, it's selective outrage from the other side when they look at these two people and they're marching in the streets and crying and holding vigils over two people who have died while completely ignoring literally thousands of others who have died in related fucking issues, you know?
Yeah, no, I 150,000% agree. You are absolutely right. And I have nothing to say against that. You're 100% right, dude.
I like hearing that. Thank you.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Well, and that's the thing is like, how do you point that selective outrage? Because it's not them who came to that conclusion. They didn't watch that video and think like, you know what, I'm going to go to rallies now and I'm going to like change my hair, my Facebook profile, and you know, like all of the things that the people do. That is put upon them. Those aren't ideas that came from their own head. Those were ideas that were implanted in them. And if you are like hypnotized into doing something, you can be dehypnotized into fucking seeing that it was a hypnotization. I can't even say the word hypnotization in the first place.
Yep.
So yeah, and I know that's what's going on. And like, I think from our side, from our perspective, and there might be some aspects of that. And I point again to the, you know, the Nick Fuentes, like Jews argument, like the fucking groypers that are on our side that are like kind of victims of that collective guilt fucking bug that's kind of infected the right, which was why I brought that up in the first place, was to hold our side accountable, which going full circle is what we need to continue to do. Because only through full accountability can we steer the ship. We can't, if we don't have full accountability for what's going on in all aspects of government, and including in like Trump's rhetoric sometimes is fucking bullshit when he talks about guns and you can't have this and you can't do that when you go, like, shut the fuck up, you fucking goddamn orange goddamn monkey. Like I see how you guys get pissed off at him sometimes on the left, because he does say some dumb shit, because he is fucking uninformed sometimes, and he goes down the fucking rope when he fucking should just shut the fuck up and listen sometimes. And
it's also just how he speaks as well is the most. He could actually be saying something that is intelligent and informed, but just how he speaks makes him sound like a used car salesman who does not know anything.
And to be honest, he's directionally correct when it comes to guns, but the way that he's doing it is wrong, right? Like directionally correct, again, talking about like you can't show up to a protest and start pushing cops and getting in people's faces and kicking fucking like cars and doing shit like that, spitting on people while carrying a gun. That's asking for trouble. And we all acknowledge that. And that's what he should be saying, not you can't bring a gun to a protest. Again, look at Kyle Rittenhouse, the little retarded boy that Jesus loves and protected through a fucking riot and trial, by the way. Yes, Kyle Rittenhouse is proof that God exists.
There's a couple of comments out here I want to address. Old Man Buttrickles says they never shed a tear over Laken Riley or Ashley Babbitt. Absolutely, Laken Riley, a victim of illegal immigration, and Ashley Babbitt, who was not carrying a gun and wasn't attacking cops. However, she was supposed to be, but
she was trespassing.
Yeah,
breaking and entering, if you want to make it worse.
Yeah,
wasn't trying to run one over.
But
right?
I mean, very, very similar in a lot of ways to the protesters and stuff, except she was doing way less than those protesters were doing that got shot, and they don't shed here.
Dude, if you look at the laws of self-defense, you basically have to have a reasonable person would come to the conclusion that their life or bodily harm was imminent, like in imminent danger at the time that you pull the trigger. The guy who shot Ashley Babbitt's life was not in imminent danger.
No, not at all.
That he pulled the trigger, but he was never charged, right?
Nope.
Like these guys who shot the pretty guy, a reasonable person under the set of circumstances with the information that they had at the time that they pulled the trigger. So that's a very, very narrow set of things. I do believe that a reasonable person would have believed that the guy had a gun and shot. Yeah, so I don't think that they will be charged with murder.
No,
they might be charged with something else, like what led up to it. But
I will, with the whole, I've never given my point on the Preddy situation. Having more come out, that it's more likely that was him attacking the several days prior. You know.
Oh yeah, they got him on camera.
Yeah. Well, there was a question if it was him for a minute, but sidebar: why was he not arrested then? Because he destroyed government property and assaulted an officer.
Yeah.
Like, so back that up. A, he should have already been arrested, but B, why did you not arrest him? Like, why was he back out on the street to begin with? But anyway, there's a good possibility they recognized him and realized that was him. Oh, this guy already he's not just a calm, if irritated protester. And more things that have come out, with the actual shooting. I can see how the officers, especially with that first shot, thought he did have a gun because they were trying to disarm him, and he got off a shot, so they shot him. So they fired on him. Now, I could still say if that one officer, because it's kind of questioning, is Preddy's gun that went off first, if that one officer indeed, he might still need, I'm not going to say charged, but definitely should be fired if he did something stupid that resulted in the death.
Yeah, and that's why I've said, and I will continue to say, I'm not making a judgment on whether or not Alex Petty, whatever the fuck this douchebag's name is, because by all accounts he was a douchebag, deserved to get shot and killed. Because I've watched that video several times, and I cannot tell what happened. You cannot see if he did or didn't pull a gun. I've seen there's the main video and there's another video. Now I am, hoping that at some point we get some body cam footage or something that explains what happened.
I don't think it exists. None of them were wearing cameras that I could tell.
Yeah.
And
I'm not going to make a judgment because I don't know what happened. Clearly he was agitating. Clearly they needed to, in my opinion, they needed to stop him from what he was doing. Did he need to get shot? I don't know. Could he have just been arrested? Maybe. I have no idea. I'm not making a judgment on that because I don't know. You can't tell if he did or didn't pull a gun or what happened in that situation. That I don't know.
Dude, in the process of getting arrested while you have a gun, mistakes can be made, misunderstandings can be had. There is a chance by carrying a gun that you can die by a cop because they're fucking retarded. We've seen it before. Yeah. We will see it again.
Oh, yeah.
It's happened in the past. It will happen in the future.
Oh. Hell, you don't even have to get arrested. Look at Philandro Castile. Got pulled over, told him he had his license, tried to show him his license, said, yes, officer, I do have a gun. I'm a concealed carry holder. Followed the letter of the law, and they still fucking shot him dead on the side of the road. So,
and if that happens, we need to hold that person accountable every single fucking time.
Yep.
Like with a vengeance in that case, because they were like really fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in this pretty case, like I think that it's reasonable to assume that if you are in the process of arresting someone, and then one of the officers who's with you yells out that he has a gun, and then a shot rings out, and then everyone jumps back from the guy while he's reaching for something, it looks like in the video, and or has a phone in his hand. I've seen both of those things.
Yeah.
It's reasonable in either one of those cases to be like, fuck, cap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So therefore, like, the discussion about them being murderers or him being executed is out. The discussion should be about how should you properly carry yourself while carrying a firearm in public or especially at a rally. That should be the discussion. And the answer to that is you should act rationally and reasonably and within the law while carrying a firearm in public or especially in crowds.
Amen.
That also being said, if someone's getting rowdy and fucking doing some crazy shit in front of you that is endangering people's lives, I will be thankful that there is someone who's rational and reasonable and legally carrying a firearm in that crowd because he will be able to stop that threat. And that's what it's for. Well, that's not the only reason why we have the Second Amendment, obviously, but that's why we have concealed carry weapons licenses, right? So yes, and I think we need more of that, and I think we need to encourage it, not discourage it, and we need to call out the fucking stupidity from our side, especially the president when he says stupid shit, and say, shut the fuck up, you don't know what you're talking about, while he is directionally correct when it comes to the way and the manner that you should carry while in public places, which is why that should be the discussion.
Okay. Let me get this other comment real quick. Cowan says, I would like to disabuse you of the notion that people that are here illegally are only guilty of civil penalties. It is 100% a criminal offense. It's just way more easy to charge. Now, let me be clear. I was not saying that becoming here illegally is a civil offense. What I was
Yankee was.
saying, or huh?
Yankee was when I had that argument with him.
Yeah, no, it's what I well, and that was what I was saying is people on the left are trying to call it a civil offense. It is a criminal offense, and on top of that, as I brought up many times, something people on the left particularly fail to recognize, which again, this goes back to common fucking sense. If somebody is here illegally and they are working, they are then again also committing at least one other additional crime, either federal tax evasion and possibly state tax evasion by working for cash, or
identity theft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know this because it happened to my sister-in-law, and it took her 5 years to clear it up. Some illegal immigrant stole her fucking ID, stole her identity, and moved to like fucking Wisconsin or some shit, and started working and making money under her social security number, and did so for years, and of course never turned in any fucking
tax return,
never filed taxes, never did anything. And after that went on for a few years, they came after my sister-in-law for all these fucking back taxes that they said she owed. And it took her 5 years to clear it up, with like threats of fucking fines and all this shit. She had to hire a fucking lawyer. Like, that hurts people.
Yeah, the damage is not just rape and murder and DUI deaths, although those are probably the most outrageous and egregious, right? But also, yeah, stuff like that where you're like, oh, dude, there's a million ways that they need to go. You're right. There's a million ways they need to go.
Right.
I got another super chat from JD. JD's just dropping money today. I appreciate it. Rational people on both sides must unite. I agree, and I wish that would happen. I hope it does. I really hope it does. I know it feels like it's never going to happen, but I hope it does. I have faith. Maybe it's unjustified faith, but I have faith that it will have to happen at some point. I don't know if at that point that it finally does happen, it will be too late, but
if it happens in time.
Yeah, I hope to God it fucking does. Dude, because I don't know.
I personally believe that there can be some rational discussion that happens between both sides. But in order for that to happen, this ICE thing, they need to be 100% targeted, like, people that they're going after. There shouldn't be any like ancillary bullshit that they're trying to do.
And that's a thing
well known that if you're interfering with ICE, that you're stopping a drug dealer or a murderer or a rapist or a pedophile from getting fucking caught, and that you're the bad guy now, right? And then again, we should be going after employers. So if you employ someone who's illegal, you get fined. If you rent an apartment to someone who's illegal, then you get fined, and it'll be real quick when these business owners who are dependent on money start getting fined. You know what they're going to do? They're going to make the rational decision. They're going to say, I'm not going to hire that person.
And they need to get fined enough money to where it hurts. And the same thing for these people, because there's a lot of these people too, these fucking people that own these apartment buildings and own all these fucking places that they know for fucking full well that they're renting to people that are here illegally. Fucking make it hurt when they're renting to these people. Make it fucking hurt.
And then you give the people an incentive, right? Like, and there already is. I think it's like $4,000 currently, or $5,000 that they get. Let's give them a plane ticket, man. Like, you sign up, we know it's you, we put you on a plane, you land in Guatemala. Now you're fucking Guatemala rich, baby. You got $5,000 in Guatemala with U.S. fucking money. You could buy, like, I don't know what you can get in Guatemala if you're a local with $5,000, but probably a lot better off there than here. Yep. So let's give them the carrot. Let's give them the stick. Let's go after the people who are bad. Let's make it known that we're only going after people who are bad, so they have no argument whatsoever, and we win. And I don't know why we're not doing that.
You know, I don't know.
And I've been, dude, and again, I've been saying this since before Trump even got inaugurated. Like, we were having this discussion. Remember fucking Corey? Corey was screaming at me about it.
Yeah.
And I stood by my guns, and that's what I said then. That's what I said when he got into office. That's what I'm fucking saying now. Because it's the right fucking move.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me get the super chat. Gerald Cagney says, just saying hi. Kind of nice to see the OG crew on. It has been a while since we've all been on the same fucking chat, by the way.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What's up, boys? It's good to see you.
Oh, here's another one. Calhoun says, here's 2 shekels. Read my last chat. He says, it sounded like you were when I came in, and it gets repeated a lot. It's a bit complicated. No hate. Oh, no, I get it. I understand probably what I fucking said may not come across real clear when I was talking about. I think I said something along the lines of like, yeah, some people will say it's a civil violation, or but I wasn't saying I call it that. But some people do, primarily people on the left, and it's incorrect. But anyway, no, I don't know, man.
My question is, how do you tone this shit down?
Can I say something controversial?
Yeah, you
Dude,
go. I've been talking a lot. You go, Nightstrike.
Listen. There's multiple sides to this. I mean, there are some people that have just crossed the border that were looking for a better life. Okay, you guys get that. You know, as Americans, we can all get that. And some of them haven't broken a law since they did that. Okay, and I kind of feel that, we should give them the benefit of the doubt. Give them some sort of carrot and stick to become naturalized citizens and pay taxes. Okay, because if they haven't done anything wrong other than crossing the border, I don't see the problem if they become citizens.
I do.
The problem is they all vote left. The problem is they put them in places
they'll
where
all vote left if they do.
Right, so they put them in places where they would make every state purple so that they can fucking potentially win Democrat forever. Fucking, like that's why they're doing it. And there's a million reasons why it's fucking us over, but like that's their motivation, I believe, is so that it's for winning because they.
Oh no, it's not. No. That's not a you believe situation. Have you seen that Project Veritas video that came out? The dude from the State Department who said that.
No, I didn't actually. No,
they caught him on camera. This was last week. They released that video. He literally said that they are trying to change the voting demographics of the country.
Well,
which we've been talking about that forever, and every time you talk about it, they're like, "Oh, that's that fucking great replacement theory racist shit." And no, we're not talking about race. We're talking about voting demographics. Those are 2 different things.
Right.
I sometimes wonder, okay, so if you look up the official statistics as to how many people are here in the United States, the official numbers are 100% bullshit, right? Because there was something like 10 to 20 million in 2000 that were here in the country. There's been something like 1 million a year that come over the border every single year into this country. And then under Biden, there was 20 million is the number that the Trump administration says in a year. They say it was 10, so it's somewhere in there, 10 to 20 million in 4 years that came in under Biden. That does not equal the 20 million people that they say are here in this country.
Okay, let me
not at all.
Let me ask another controversial question. All right, so do you think that the 10 years required for a non-citizen to become a citizen is too long in this day and age?
Yes. And I've talked about this before because, living where I lived, I knew a lot of people who came here the right way.
Right.
And went through the process and everything. And it is an exhaustive and arduous process. And I do not think it should take longer to become a citizen than it does to get a college degree. Yeah. I think that needs to be fixed. I think there should absolutely be standards and guidelines and stipulations, and I think most of it should be focused on things like, remember, when to become a citizen, you had to go through an arduous fucking basically civics college course to learn everything about the United States and its form of government and the Constitution and all that. I would love to see us focus way more on that shit.
Right.
Than anything else. Making sure the people that are trying to be citizens here understand fully what this country is and why they should want to be a citizen here and why they should actually want to integrate into our society and, you know, not come over here and waving fucking the flag of another fucking country, but waving the American flag because they want to be here, because they're in a better place than where they were.
Exactly.
I want people to want to be here, not just to take advantage of the welfare system or whatever the fuck other incentives are bringing people here. I want people to want to be a United States citizen because of what that means and what the foundation of the country tried to set forth, and for all the things we fucking fought for over fucking 200 years, whether it be fucking fighting to end slavery, fighting to fucking, you know, make people as equal as humanly fucking possible, fighting for to make people's lives better, fighting for fucking trying to make create an economy that allowed an average person who, you know, 300 years ago would have just been a fucking serf, you know, to actually live a fulfilling life and own a house and fucking grow a huge ass family with grandkids and great grandkids who are all doing better than you were. Like, I want people to come here and fucking appreciate all that shit and want to fucking be a part of it. Not just come here because it's quick and easy and they might get some fucking free welfare.
Right. Because here's the thing. I know a lot of people that are on the waiting list, and some people that are actually here in the country that are trying to go through the whole process. It just takes forever, you know, because 10 years.
Well, again, though, here's the problem.
And the problem is those people that want to come here legally are more conservative than just those that would walk over the border and get shit for free.
The problem is we've got way too many people who are here, though. Like, going back to 2000, there was 20 million. There's been 1 million per year since then, so that's 40 million. You got 4 years of Biden where you got 20 million more. That's another 20 million. So we've got 60 million people who've been here in the past 25 years,
right?
Legally. How many kids do they have, right? So then, you know, maybe 50%. So we're up to 90 million, 100 million people. How many people are in this country? 350 million is the number. If we have 100 million people, if you look at their kids too, which I guess that would be a discussion about birthright citizenship, which was never intended by the bill that was written with the time that it was written. It was for obviously fucking black people who were slaves who weren't citizens so that they could become citizens, and Native Americans who were born here and, you know, were more native to this land than we were, but they live within our country, so we wanted them to become citizens too. So even though, you know, like, that's why they worded it like that, and they've twisted it into something that it's not. So you got 100 million people who are here, and then places like Colorado, where I live, right, which is a sanctuary state, and Denver is a sanctuary city, I would assume that you would get a higher concentration. So if you've got 1 out of 7 people in the country who's here illegally, or the child of someone who's here illegally, making you illegal, right? Places like Denver, it's more like 1 out of fucking 5, 1 out of 3, you know, somewhere in that range. And like, they completely hide these numbers. They ignore it. If you get into a car accident with someone who's here illegally, who doesn't have insurance, who doesn't have registration on their car, they're like drunk, they bang your bumper, the cops show up, they don't arrest them. Why? Because every single one of them is like that. So you just have to have fucking full coverage, like uninsured motorist insurance. And God help you if you ride a motorcycle, gotta fucking look out, bro. That's why I go to the mountains. That's why I stay on the dirt, right? And there's, like, again, a million reasons why everyone needs to go. Why is the price of housing so high in Colorado? Well, again, if it's 1 out of every 3 to 1 out of every 5 people shouldn't be here in this country, in this state, then what would that do to the price of housing? Maybe I could afford a fucking house with a backyard, and I could grow my weed and fucking clean my shotguns like I want to.
Yep.
I'm on one tonight. I'm sorry. I haven't eaten yet either.
Are you hangry?
It's the Honda hungry rant.
A little bit.
God damn. Yeah, I know. So what consensus have we come to, left or right? Which is more retarded? This is a dumb question.
The left.
I don't know. I feel like that's the left, but
I'll
I hate some people off saying that.
You got retards on both sides, no matter what.
Yeah, there's retards on both fucking sides.
You know, you should title your chats things that piss off the right and encourage the left, so that the right shows up like, what do you mean you didn't mean libertarian bullshit, fucking faggots, right? And they come in and like, oh, actually, you're cool. And then you piss off the left like, oh, my sensibilities. And like these people on the right are super wrong. And this guy's going to talk about it. And then they're going to come in here and be like, and both things are awesome.
I want to get some more. I want to get some more people on for another debate. I like the debates.
Oh, dude, brother, let me turn you on to something that I have found recently.
Yes.
It is a Discord channel.
Mm-hmm.
Let me drop the link in the side chat. It's free to join. You can just check it out. You don't even have to fucking do any, like you could join and look at it and fucking decide that you hate it or whatever, right? Any time of any day at any point, there are like 500 people in this Discord having debates and talking about stuff. There's a flat earth channel with flat earth people in it right now. There's a Marxist room. There's a what is this?
It says no check.
Propaganda room, U.S. versus Iran room.
It's not opening up for me.
It's not?
It says no text channels. You find yourself in a strange place. You don't have access to any text channels, or there are none in this server.
You might have to do like the rules first or something.
It's not even giving me an opportunity.
Well, maybe I dropped the wrong link.
Your Illuminati card isn't high enough. Like you're not deep enough into the conspiracies.
Here, look. This is what it's showing me.
I believe it.
Just this. This is all it shows me.
In Honda's case, it
almost looks over here like it's trying to load, but nothing's popping up.
Here, try this. Try that one instead.
In Honda terminology, your Hunan is in another castle.
Or maybe I can send you an invite to it. Hold on.
Yeah, it says you don't have access to any text channels, or there are none in this server. Maybe I just don't have access. Maybe that's what it is.
Okay, I sent you an invite through Discord. How about that? There you go. Yeah, dude. This is like an endless supply of people to debate about things. And you could even do a show where you just jump on a Discord channel and start streaming. And then, like, hey, I'm going to stream this.
Is it all text or is it...
No, check it out. Everyone's like live voice chatting right now. There's chat rooms with like 55 people in them where it's impossible to even hear what's going on. I don't even know why people are in it. It's ridiculous.
They're really going to have like a 6-person limit.
It's loading.
Why is it taking so long?
I have no idea. This shit just right here just shows it loading. Loading. Let me... Politics bot.
It has 13,900 members online right now and 107,000 members total. It's the biggest politics Discord that exists.
It's just... Okay, I'm gonna close it and try and reopen it and see what fucking happens.
I mean, I can screen share mine real quick if you want to see it once you eventually get it.
Yeah, screen share yours, because what the fuck, dude?
Here, pull it up. Pull it up. I can't fucking click on it. Yeah, there you go. So, look,
It's working now. There we go.
oh, okay, now you got it.
But yeah,
Like, look how many people are in their Discord right now talking. These are all voice chats.
damn.
Those are all voice chats, and it just keeps going and it's like, there's the end finally.
Oh Jesus, yeah. Everybody's in politics right now.
Yeah.
Nobody in conspiracy. Uh-oh.
I'm going to stop sharing. Yeah, dude, I was talking to some flat earth people, and I was like, I'm going to be nice to them instead of just like yell at them and see what they actually had to say. And first of all, their shit doesn't make sense. Because like I kept asking like logical questions, and they would always have some word salad fucking answer for the reason. And I couldn't even tell you what the word salad answers are. Like they would use like these like scientific terms that you look up and you're like, I don't think this word doesn't mean what you think it means.
They have a Sharia chat, a veganism chat. I don't know what Obsidian HQ is.
Wait. Doesn't veganism and Sharia law, aren't they opposites?
They're two different chats.
Well, of course they're two different chats, but aren't they opposites?
You got Ask the Catholics. Look at that.
Ask Catholics, Beyond Politics, LGBTQ. Only one person in there. The Stoa. Don't know what that is. Christian chat. Philosophia. T-Girl Haven. Is that your favorite room?
Yeah, bro, that's where I hang out now. Like,
God Ain't Real.
Prove me wrong.
A
lot of locker room.
America First.
Okay.
Join to create a voice chat. Siren Hotel. Oh, just one called Oh.
Oh, Canada. Look,
Yeah, the flag.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Canada.
I fucking missed that. Anime Watch, Southern Channel, Islam Serious Debate, Marxist Room, Cyan Walrus, Indigo Tiger, VC, Gloom Lounge, Saudi Propaganda, U.S. versus Iran, Thoughtful Inquiry, Nice Room, True Conservative. Well, there's one guy in that room. Ice Picks Bad People, High Value Room, Abolish ICE,
Of course.
Discord's Most Wanted, Heuristics, Leporvitz Room,
Do they have a Hunan room?
Broken Movie Night, Q and Atheist, Socialism, Halal, Zenden,
you might think looking at this like, oh my gosh, is it like some special thing tonight? It's like, Friday, there's a bunch of people on. No, dude, you show up on like Tuesday at 3:00 in the morning. There are this many people on because they're from all over the world. Like time zones don't matter. It's fucking insane, dude, how many people are here. And like everybody's a goddamn expert that you talk to, of course. Self-proclaimed internet expert.
We should just like do a live chat one of these times, just hop in a room and fucking just live stream it.
Totally we could. 100% we could.
It's the debate Omegle streams, people will do.
Yeah, just hop into anyone and just take the opposing opinion.
Here,
Just
hop in the
to
one
see
that's
if
got
you
like
can.
1 million people in it and see what it's like. It's ridiculous.
Maybe
The
don't, because we're
politics
going to hear a
one
lot
might
of
be-
slurs and he's streaming.
Okay, hold on. The politics one. Let me make sure I'm sharing sound. Hopefully, you should be able to hear this.
It's like
You can't verify your identity by phone.
Oh, don't do that.
Okay, I gotta hide this for a second. Hold on.
I was about to say, do not give the world your phone number.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Are you human? Yes, I'm human.
more
You're
human
humans.
than human.
Okay, Discord verification code. Enter your password to confirm change. Oh, fuck. I don't remember my Discord password.
Your keys should have it. Your keys. Look at your keys, bro.
That doesn't match. That doesn't match.
Do you have like 5 fucking codes that you put in stuff?
Oh, I got the right one. Third guess.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mine's usually a variation on the.
Okay.
I won't even say it.
Let me see if I can get in here again.
I was about to say, maybe don't say what your passwords are. Especially if they're all very similar.
Right?
Killing a Korean fisherman.
We don't need.
Yeah, they're brutal, man. I mean, dude, the one thing that I saw that's so bullshit is what was it? They force plant Chinese individuals on these islands in the south China Sea to make it look like it's Chinese territory, to make it look
I've
like
muted
it's
myself. Y'all can hear that, right?
a civilization that is worth adding to its maritime border zone or some shit like that.
Are you in just the regular politics one with 1 million people in it?
I
Yeah.
didn't find it.
Man, everyone's being quiet right
A
now.
good video about it.
Most of the people in here are muted.
The side chat, they're illegal. You know what that is?
Say something
Yelling
inflammatory.
random
Jump in
shit.
there and say something inflammatory.
Chinese fishing boat.
Like, no, you're fucking retarded. That's not a fishing boat.
Squid boat.
Oh shit.
Solid catch.
Nah, I think I want to play around with this for a little while before I.
Tell them the Philippines are totally in the wrong.
Before you get kicked out.
Well, I want to play around with it a little bit, and then we'll do a fucking chat one of these days and see what happens.
Tell them MacArthur was right.
Yeah, dude, there's a
Arthur,
lot.
or you mean McCarthy?
MacArthur.
MacArthur,
MacArthur was
General,
right
he wanted to go to
bombing
war
the-
with China.
about
and
bombing the border of North Korea, Northern Korea and China. He was right.
I thought you were making an anti-communist statement about McCarthy.
No.
Sorry. Okay, this looks like fun. I think we can have fun with this. We should definitely do a chat on this. Well, now that I'm off every weekend for like the next month, so on the weekends we can do some fun chats. How about that?
So I was on a debate show with this other dude named Wick that I found on a different Discord channel. Dude, I have
First name John.
Oh, I was about to say the same thing.
No,
And,
most likely his name is Juan Wick.
So the chat that I was on, the guy who was like on my side in the debate, even though he was an anti-Trumper, was one of the people who's like the original fucking owners of this Discord, which is how I found it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like the founder of this Discord, I was just like, yeah, whatever, bro. Blah blah blah. Like I knew
Blah, 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 blah.
it was like, oh, you can't talk to him like that. I was like, shut the fuck up, you faggot pussies. Like a bunch of people hate me over there. It's fun.
Honda always stirring shit up.
Well, every time I call someone a faggot pussy, a bunch of faggot pussies get fucking upset about it.
I mean, how dare they, right?
Honda, why do I just feel like you're our Bill Burr?
I mean, I'll take that as a compliment. Instead of you calling me a ginger, like a balding ginger.
I kind of feel that he's our Farva.
That's even what?
That's worse.
Is that worse? All right.
Yeah, that's way worse.
Brett Favre?
Oh,
No.
Favre from Super Troopers.
Oh, that's way worse, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were calling me Brett Favre. I was like, well, like, I mean,
I thought you
Sure.
were mispronouncing Favreau, and I was like, I mean, did he direct Iron Man? What do we mean?
Jesus. Ah! All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's about time to wrap this fucker up. I'm gonna go spend some time with my wife. She should be getting home from work here in a little bit. So
ooh, that was Agrippa.
But I had fun tonight. We will. And I'm going to try and I'll be doing Friday and Saturday night chats at least for the next month while I'm on a different schedule. So
You should stay up late one random Tuesday. If you're ever like awake Tuesday night and you're like, I can't sleep.
if that ever happens, which by the way,
me.
it doesn't, because
Join me.
I'm going to tell you, dude, most days I am asleep between 6 and 7 o'clock. And that's Eastern time. So I don't know what fucking time that is for you.
Be 4 o'clock.
Did the new job fix your sleep schedule?
I am fucking out. Well, because I wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. And, you know, anyway. Yeah.
Dear Lord.
Yeah, I know.
Plus, you got to dig out of a fucking mountain of snow every time you wake up.
I know. It's fucking great, dude.
You live in a fucking...
He added 30 minutes to his commute just because of the weather.
Last week, it got down to negative 21.
Dude, you moved to fucking Hoth.
I know. I love it, though. I still love it. I haven't gotten tired of it yet. Everybody keeps telling me I'm going to get tired of it, but I still fucking love it.
I'll tell you when you're going to get tired of it. When the undercarriage of your car is rusted out because of all the ice or the salt on the ice. That's where you're gonna be like, all right, we gotta look somewhere else.
I'm getting snow right now. I don't like it.
Oh, I'm loving it.
I hate it.
Right now, my fucking street, my yard, my cars are just fucking covered in snow. I love it. So, anyway. All right, guys, we're going to get the fuck out of here. We will see you guys next time. Enjoy the rest of your fucking weekend. And deuces, yo, shout out, Pete and Fridge, all that good shit. So, we'll see you guys later.